I struggle with patience, just period. I have a hard time. I get impatient. You know, a great example of this is when I upload Strong Opinion Sports. And I'm like, it takes 3 hours. Like, it is what it is. But for that 3 hours, I'm like on edge. Like, oh, why can't it hurry up? Why can't it go faster? It's like, I need to just accept it and not be so impatient. Or like, I'll have an idea for a video. Like, I got a Jameis Winston film analysis video coming. I'm so excited about it. But it's going to take a long time to make that video. And I got to just accept that that's how it is. And just instead of being impatient about it and being, you know, and like tight and frustrated, just accept like, oh no, it's going to take me like 2 weeks longer than I want to make that video. And it's going to be frustrating and painful, but it doesn't have to be if I just accept it rather than fighting it. And I'm just learning patience and how much I struggle with it.
I think learning patience is a big thing, and I know someday, not today, we'll do a religion whole segment topic with you, which will be a lot of fun because you have
a whole show about religion.
Yeah, you have crabbiness about religion, so I've been gathering my thoughts and getting ready for it. But one of the things that is not true, and I want people to know this, it is not true. I heard for years in Christian circles, don't pray for patience because then God is going to fuck you over and put you in situations you have to be patient. That is not true. God is not a jerk. That's not true. You don't just ask for patience and then get put into miserable situations. What happens is when you start deciding to learn to become patient, it's an awareness issue, and you start become more aware of all the times you're impatient. So it's not that the situations get worse, it's that you become aware of all the times you're impatient.
It's nothing about how the videos aren't going to upload faster. The ideas aren't going to happen quicker. It's me accepting it and my emotional state of mind related to those situations.
Well, I just made a video and I talked about 3 videos actually, one on Stephen Shomler, 2 on Spark to Bonfire related to enjoying life. And one of the ways you learn to enjoy life is it's a perspective you shift to. So I saw a bumper sticker that you reminded me of in the 80s that fits this. Reality is for people that can't handle their drugs. And you need to accept the reality of certain things. Things take time. So it's a perspective you shift to. And then the other thing is it's a skill you need to learn. You can learn the skill of enjoying life, and you can learn the skill of being patient. It's not beyond you. And by the way, so the way I would summarize that, I like to kind of give names and handles to things.
Yeah.
And so I started out with, I love looking up definitions of things and defining things, and that's really helpful for people. Like, here's how I define it. Let's agree this is what it means. Because sometimes words have different meanings, different people, and they get tripped up on them. So I started out with dictionary.com, which I absolutely love. But that didn't quite have the meaning I wanted for what I wanted to teach you for this patience thing. So then I went to the next best thing, which is UrbanDictionary.com.
Oh boy.
And and Netflix and chill is a little different meaning. Some people can look up what Urban Dictionary says about Netflix and chill. So I think what you need to do is you need to learn to chill. And I love what it says on. Let me get it here on.
When you Urban Dictionary the word chill.
Yes, exactly. To calm down, to be easygoing. And as much as I like what it says on Dictionary.com, this is actually better. I think we're going to talk about bitter. Wait till we get to that. Oh, I'm excited for what UrbanDictionary.com says about bitter. But Urban Dictionary, you just need to calm down. To telling you need to do it, you have to learn how to chill. Just chill out. It's like, okay, get some zen.
It's one thing to say it. It's another thing to learn how to do the skill of having the peace of mind. This video is going to take longer than it's going to take a while, and this is going to take time. It's going to take 4 hours to upload. It's going to whatever it is. Accepting it and having peace about it rather than being anxious and uptight about it.
Time takes time.
Yeah. Let's talk about the creative process.
Okay.
Because I think they're so similar. The creative process is a slow one. It just always is. I said on the beginning of my show the other day on Strong Opinion Sports, I said that the creative process is slow. It's painfully slow. And it's even slower when you are emotionally drained. I know you have thoughts about the creative process. What are yours?
Well, I did I just recorded for the Stephen Shomler YouTube channel. I'm so excited. I now have 22 subscribers. I'm so excited. Only
like 120,000 left to go to catch me.
Only 4 subscribers on the Spark to Bonfire channel. Because on the Stephen Shomler channel, I put my personal story. Yeah. And then Spark to Bonfire is my life change content.
It's hard to grow 1, let alone 3 or 4, however many you have.
I just have 2. I like growing a lot of different things. But anyways.
Here's the thing, though. It's an investment, right? It just takes patience, and eventually all those little things will grow enough that they all do their own thing.
Yeah, I used to have a garden as a kid, and I'd plant carrots, and I'd plant zucchinis and cherry tomatoes, and I had cherry trees and fig trees and apricot trees, and all those different things. I did eventually get a crop of, and so much fun to have all that, a bounty, a cornucopia of produce, if you will.
Well, growth takes time. I mean, I think Strong Opinion Sports is the prime example, right? I made over 1,000 videos before I ever got really, I mean, I had some followers, and those first like couple thousand people, I love you forever. You're one of the coolest people I've ever met. I'm fucking so grateful. But it wasn't really until I had 1,000 videos that anyone started to care, that there was like a real significant exponential growth with the channel.
So
it takes time.
You asked about the creative process. So I just did a video, my 2020 goals for my personal journey, and in there I have 4 words that to me are either my true north words or my North Star words.
Why do you call them that?
Because true north, it's kind of, if you're on a compass and you want to head north, you need to know where true north is and know where you're at, kind of orient yourself.
So they're like your guiding principles?
My guiding words for this year. And whatever I'm doing, wherever I'm at in my life, I need to then, think of those 4 words, and which one of those 4 words do I need right now? Yeah. And one of those 4 words is rest, because I'm going to have to take a day off. If I want to do a tremendous amount, they're huge goals. I want to get a lot of creative content put out this year. Yeah. And one of the things I've learned, I think 900 times from you this past year, in 2019.
Because I don't learn the stinking lesson.
You'd say on Instagram, oh my gosh, I rested and I feel so much better now, I have creative energy. I guess I've learned I need to rest. And then a week later, oh my gosh, I'm so tired, I can't create, I got to take a nap. Oh, I feel so rested. I just learned that if I rest, I feel better. Yeah. And for me, the creative process, I need to allow time for it to happen. I have to write my scripts and then wait a day or 2 and then record them, film them, because I have to let them kind of just marinate and et cetera. And the other thing I have to be is well rested. And the only way that I can be well rested is to rest. And so one of my 4 words this year, as much as I don't like it, is rest. And I'm literally probably going to have to take a day off a week, which is crazy, like resting, not pursuing vitality pursuits, not doing errands, but actually resting. But if I'm not well rested, it won't happen. And I have to be well rested to actually master the creative process. That's a really important thing.
I always fight it. And I think one of the best things that came out of my breakup recently is it forced me to focus on myself, and I couldn't put work ahead of anything else. I had to put myself first. And it made me go, like, when I'm not me, when I'm not 100%, I can't be me on video. I can't record. If I don't have emotional energy, I can't record Strong Opinion Sports. I can't do it. It just is not. I got to be myself. I got to be rested and I think a lot of people, because I have a hard time not comparing myself to other people. And I know other broadcasters, record 5 days a week and do all this other stuff. And it's like, but they have a team of people helping them write. I am the sole creator. I do all the thought process. I watch all the film myself. I edit all the clips myself. I do all of it myself. And so my workload is like 3 times as much as another person who sits down for CBS Sports and talks into a microphone. I'm not the broadcaster on television, and I don't want to be. But I also got to understand that I can't compare myself to them because my workload is significantly greater than theirs.
Have you ever had microwaved pizza?
Yeah.
Have you had pizza that's made right there, like brick oven pizza, and they make it, and about 15 minutes later, 20 minutes later, they bring it out to you?
Yeah.
Which one's better?
The long oven cooked pizza that took a longer time.
I love some just cheap microwave pizza. I have no problem with it.
Like Totino's or whatever.
Yeah, but you just throw it in the oven for 8 minutes or 6 minutes. But it's better good things take time, and some things take longer than others. But bread, when you make bread, you have to let it rise. Sometimes you have to punch it down and let it rise again. Beer takes time to ferment, and you just have to accept that time takes time, and everything has its different rhythm. But you just have to accept that in the creative process, it just takes time to do it. And then the crappy thing is, and particularly for people, anyone out there building a brand or building a business, once you get all that work done, you put it out in the world. Okay, it's out in the world. And then here's the thing you have to accept: you reap in a different season than you sow. And so many people don't get that. And like with you reaped in a different year than you sowed. Same with me. Yeah. When I was building my brand and my profession.
You can put out content forever, and it takes a while before people even notice or care.
Yeah, reap in a different season than you sow. So yeah, creative process. You're going to rest more this year, is that right?
Yeah.
And you're going to accept that it takes time to be creative.
Yeah, well, I think the best example of me learning to rest is last night, right? I wanted to record a show last night, but I'm like, you know what? It's New Year's Eve. I'm not going to work on New Year's Eve. I'm going to hang out. My friend came over, watched a movie, went to your house, had a good time. Like, I took the night off, and that was huge and super important. And I think you were telling me the other day the 2 most important things. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think the 2 things that are important to you that I've learned, and I think it's one thing to say it. I have to take it to heart and learn it. But now that I have a rule I need a little word or a catchphrase that helps me remember things and helps me take them to heart.
Yep.
But the 2 most important things you need for the creative process, your words, not mine, but I think I'm going to learn them, you need rest, and you need time.
Yep.
Is that accurate?
Yep, you need rest and time. And you can just say rest and time and make that your catchphrase that it takes rest and time.
Yep.
And am I rested and am I allowing for the time? How many minutes is in an hour?
60.
And so how many minutes do you have to wait for an hour's up?
60.
60. But we want time to go faster than it goes, and it just doesn't work that way.